Hello friends, Claude Code helps you to bring your ideas to life as a living, breathing SaaS product within few weeks, if not less. Even if you have limited programming knowledge, you can use Claude Code and use its agentic coding capabilities to build something wonderful in a very short time frame. Now, in this video, I will cover how you can install it on Windows, and not only this, how you can be always connected to it. If you're not on your home and you're outside or somewhere, you can work with equal efficiency using your mobile phone and continue building something amazing. So let's get to it. Okay, so this is the Claude Code documentation page. I will leave a link in the description. And here you can see the supported operating system. One good thing is earlier it required WSL or Windows Subsystem for Linux to be installed on Windows to use Claude Code. But now that requirement is revoked. I mean, you can of course use WSL, but that makes system heavy. Rather, you can use Git Bash. So Git Bash should be pre-installed, and let's use this process of Windows PowerShell installation for Claude Code. So let me just copy this link and I will open Windows PowerShell here. Let me just paste this command. So it's basically executing the script in the backend. It will download the installer and set it up for us. Okay, so here you can see it's pointing towards Git Bash requirement. So it's fairly simple. I'll just press Control and click on this, and it will take me to the Git installation page. So I can just click the first link to download the latest Git. And once it's downloaded, I can just run it. So yes. Okay, and I will just walk through it. You just need to click next, leave it to default. That will do for this video. So let the Git Bash get set up. And one thing, Claude works okay on Windows, but on Linux it works better because it's Linux native, and its efficiency is also significantly improved. I'm using Claude Code for last 7-8 months, and this is something that I know because of my experience. So okay, we don't want to see release notes. Let's just get done with it, and let's run the installer again. Okay, so this time the installation is getting through. Perfect. So it says native installation exists, but this path is not there in the environment variable. So we need to add this path for the Claude to work. Let's see if it's working as of now. So let me do cd temp and let's try Claude, and you can see it will not work. So we need to add this to the path. So let me just copy it and let me go to environment variables and just double click on this path, click on new, and here I can paste this, and okay, that's it. Now let me see if I can run Claude. Okay, so I think I need to reopen this PowerShell. So let me close this and let me open a new PowerShell window. Perfect. So let me go to temp directory, and from here we'll try to run Claude. And yes, the Claude is launched, and there are multiple settings, so you can choose your preferred visual style. I use dark mode because I can work well with it, or in other words, I have not tried anything else, so because it just works. So I'll select dark mode again, and you can have different level of subscription for Claude, right? So I have a max subscription. Let me just say I have a Claude Code account with subscription, and it will take me to the Claude page for authorization, and I have to click on authorized. I was already logged in, that's why it's not asking me to log in again. So authorized, and perfect, you're all set up for Claude Code. uh, Let me just hit enter to continue, and then again enter to continue, and of course you should trust the folder. So I'll say yes, I trust the folder. Perfect. So now one piece is done, but we also want to be able to connect to this Claude Code when we are working remotely or we are not on the system. So to do that, I will use a tool called Orchestratia. Let me just open my browser here. This is free for most of your use for 3, 4, 5 sessions. It will not be chargeable. So you can just go to orchestratia.com, and I will leave the link in description, and you can set it up here. So to get started with remote connectivity, you just need to click on servers, register server, and here you can give it a name. So I'll say Windows Server 1 and generate token, and it support multiple operating systems. So for now we want to deploy it on Windows, so I'll select Windows, copy, and done. Now let me go back to our base system. Let me exit this Claude here, and maybe I can close this window. So for this installation we need a elevated PowerShell, so I'll just type PowerShell, and then I'll select run as administrator. Okay, so our administrative PowerShell is opened, and I'll just paste the command that we have copied. I copy it again, just go back, copy it again, and perfect. So the installation is going on. Now, Orchestratia is it's a native way to connect to your system, irrespective to where you are. So you might be somewhere outside. You can just leave your laptop on, and you will be able to be connected with your laptop using PowerShell, irrespective to where you are. So it's a web-based application, but it works pretty well on mobile phone as well. You will be able to stream and view and interact with your terminal, irrespective to which device you're using. So let's just wait for this installation to complete. The agent is downloading and it's registering it. Perfect, all set. So even if I restart the system, it will automatically get started. So let's just click done here. Let me just refresh this page. So you can see our server is populated here. Now let's go to project, and I'll create a new project. I will name it as demo project and create project. And now I can assign multiple session to it. So I can actually create multiple PowerShell session for the same system. But for now, let me say demo session. And if you have registered multiple servers, you will be able to see that here. So demo session, and it's populated, and I can of course pop it out. And it also have a native PWA portable web application mode. So for now, let's just do temp, and let me run Claude from here. So let's just wait for Claude to open up. Okay, perfect. Now, Claude has multiple settings. You can choose which model you want to use. Let's see what models are available. Default, it's currently taking to Opus 4.7 with 1 million context. And then you can also choose to go to Claude Sonnet or Sonnet 1 million context. and Haiku. So depends on which one you want to use. Opus works best, but it costs more. And then Haiku is not very good for programming. So if you're doing a programming, you stick to either Opus or Sonnet. And another thing, apart from the model, let me just keep it on the model, is the effort. So you can also set up the effort level. And the higher the effort level, right? The higher the effort level, the more token will it consume. So by default, it will take you to extra high, which works pretty well. But you can also change this over to medium. Medium also works pretty okay. If you are doing a task which requires higher level of intelligence, you can go with the highest model. But now with Orchestratia, the main advantage is you can actually use multiple Claude agents from your system using Orchestratia, and you can assign them different tasks using a orchestrator console. So that's what is the unique value proposition that Orchestratia brings. If you want me to do a detailed video on Orchestratia, please type it into the comment section. So now let's upload a file here. So I have a test file that I can upload here. That's a demo project, and we'll try to create a README for it. So you can see it has uploaded the file, and I can copy the path from here. And now I'll say, okay, please copy this file in current directory, unzip it, and let's create a README for this project. And let me just paste the file path. And Claude is very intelligent, probably the most intelligent agent that can do coding alongside you. So let's give it a moment to do its magic. Perfect. So it's setting up the README for you, and README is done, right? So it has copied the README file. And okay, let's check out what README file has it created. So I can go to the server using RDP, and let's go this PC, C user Abhishek, and temp and demo API, and here is our readme.md. So let me just open it with Notepad. And so it has summarized all the project details very well in this MD file. So this is just a very small example. Claude is very intelligent, and it can build a SaaS project end to end for you. And if you want me to do a session around the best practices or how you can actually effectively leverage Claude for large projects, please put a comment into the comment section, and I'll be more than happy to do a dedicated video on this. So that's it for this session, guys. Please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more such interesting learning videos.